This video might save you hours every single day. Here are 10 Amazon gadgets that actually make life easier. Opening tight jars can be really frustrating, especially when you try everything and it still won't move. You twist, you push harder, maybe even hit the lid, but nothing works and it just wastes your time. This automatic jar opener fixes that instantly. You simply place it on top of the jar, press a button, and it does all the work for you. It adjusts to different lid sizes, grips tightly, and slowly twists until the jar opens. No force needed. It's especially useful if you have weak grip strength, tired hands, or just don't want to struggle every time you open something. No more asking someone else for help, no more frustration in the kitchen. And the best part is how simple it is. Just one button, a few seconds, and it's done. It works on most standard jars, and once you try it, you probably won't go back to doing it manually. Your sink area always ends up messy. Sponges, soap, water everywhere, and it just builds up throughout the day. You clean it, and a few hours later it looks the same again. Everything stays wet, things start to smell, and it just makes the whole kitchen feel less clean. This sink organizer fixes that in a really simple way. It keeps your sponge, brush, and soap all in one place, so nothing is just lying around the sink anymore. The bottom is designed to drain water right away, so everything dries faster instead of sitting in a puddle. It also saves space, especially if your sink area is small. Instead of things being scattered everywhere, everything has its own spot, which just looks way better. And honestly, it's one of those small things you don't really think about. But once you start using it, you notice the difference every single day. Walking in the dark is annoying, and sometimes even a bit dangerous, especially if you're half asleep. You try not to turn the main light on so you don't wake yourself up, but then you end up bumping into things or searching for the switch in the dark. This small motion sensor light fixes that instantly. You just place it where you need it, and it turns on automatically the moment it detects movement. No buttons, no effort. It just works when you walk by. It's perfect for hallways, bathrooms, stairs, or even your bedroom at night. The light is soft enough not to hurt your eyes, but bright enough so you can see exactly where you're going. And the best part is, you don't even think about it after a while. It just becomes one of those small things that quietly makes your life easier every day. Cables always fall behind your desk, every single time. You plug something in, leave it for a minute, and somehow it slips out of reach again. Then you have to bend down, search for it, maybe even move the desk. It's just annoying for no reason. These small cable clips fix that instantly. You stick them right where you need them, and they hold your cables in place so they don't fall anymore. Charging cables, USB, headphones, everything stays exactly where you left it. It also makes your setup look way cleaner. No more tangled wires or random cables hanging everywhere. Everything is organized, easy to reach, and just feels better to use. And honestly, it's one of those tiny things you don't think about at first. But once you use it, you realize how much time it actually saves you every day. Using a laptop flat on the desk might not feel like a big deal at first, but over time it really starts to mess with your neck and posture. You're constantly looking down, your shoulders lean forward, and after a while it just gets uncomfortable. This simple laptop stand fixes that right away. It lifts your screen to eye level so you're sitting more naturally instead of bending your neck all the time. It's a small change, but you feel the difference almost immediately. It also helps with airflow. When your laptop is flat on the desk, heat gets trapped underneath. But with this stand, air can move freely, which keeps your device cooler and running better. And the best part is how simple it is. Lightweight, easy to carry, and you can use it anywhere. Once you get used to it, going back to using your laptop flat just feels wrong. If any of these caught your attention, links are in the description. Want coffee like in a cafe? You know that smooth, creamy foam on top that somehow makes everything taste better. At home, it's usually just coffee. No texture, no foam, nothing special. This tiny milk frother changes that in seconds. You just pour some milk into a cup, turn it on, and it starts spinning instantly, creating thick, smooth foam almost right away. It takes maybe 10-15 seconds, and you already have something that looks like it came from a coffee shop. It's surprisingly powerful for its size and super easy to use. No complicated setup, no big machines, just press a button and it works. You can use it for cappuccinos, lattes, or even just to mix drinks faster. And honestly, once you start using it, regular coffee just feels kind of boring without it. Holding your phone while driving is a bad idea. You know it, but sometimes you still end up doing it, especially when you need directions or a quick look at the screen. And that's when things get risky. 1 second of distraction is all it takes. This magnetic phone mount fixes that in a really simple way. You just place your phone near it and it instantly snaps into position. No clips, no adjusting every time. It just holds your phone steady right where you need it. It keeps the screen at eye level so you can quickly glance at navigation without taking your focus off the road. And since it's magnetic, you can attach and remove your phone with one hand in a second. It's one of those small upgrades that makes driving feel way easier and honestly, a lot safer too. Dust and crumbs everywhere, and especially on your desk. You eat something, a few crumbs fall, and somehow they just stay there all day. Wiping it with your hand doesn't really help. It just spreads everything around. This mini vacuum fixes that in seconds. It's small, lightweight, and you can just turn it on and run it over the surface. It picks up dust, crumbs, and small debris instantly without making a mess. It's perfect for desks, keyboards, shelves, even inside drawers. Since it's portable, you don't need to bring a big vacuum every time. It's just there when you need it. And honestly, there's something really satisfying about using it. You just glide it over the surface and everything disappears. It's one of those small tools that makes keeping things clean way easier. Still turning things on manually? Lights, appliances, chargers. You go around switching everything on and off, and it just becomes a habit. But it's not always convenient, especially when you're not even home. This smart plug changes that completely. You just plug it into the wall, connect it to your phone, and now you can control anything connected to it from anywhere. Turn devices on or off with a tap, no matter where you are. You can also set schedules, so things happen automatically, like turning lights on in the evening or switching something off at night without thinking about it. It's a small upgrade, but it makes your daily routine a lot smoother. And once you get used to controlling things from your phone, going back to doing everything manually just feels outdated. Cutting vegetables takes way more time than it should, especially when you're cooking regularly. You chop onions, tomatoes, peppers, and it just keeps going. Plus, the pieces are never really the same size. This vegetable chopper makes the whole process much faster. You just place the vegetables inside, press down once, and everything is chopped instantly into even pieces. No knife skills needed, no effort. It just works. It's especially useful when you're in a hurry or cooking larger meals. Instead of spending several minutes chopping, you can do it all in seconds and move on to the next step. And honestly, it also makes cooking feel easier. Less mess, less time, and way more consistent results every time you use it. Which one would you actually use and which one feels useless? Let me know in the comments. Links are in the description below.